Hey, congrats on the win. Tonight you and Aaron combined for 30 carries, 130 rushing yards. Just what did you think of the way you guys were able to move the ball, and in what ways did that help with this offense?
That's awesome. Anytime you can run the ball, successfully keep the chains moving, grind out those first downs, you put the offense in a great position to, be successful, keep scoring. So, it's the running back room, that's what we always are aspiring to do.
Bill Huber, go ahead.
Hey, AJ, what did you see on your long run? It looked like maybe the jet sweep helped them out and looked like Runyon cleared the way for you.
Yeah, great blocking up front. I'd say great, scheme, bringing the receiver by, kind of spreading out the defense a little bit. And, yeah, I got skinny through a hole, I believe. And, the offense, once I got through that first seam, it really wasn't anybody until those DBs, I think, that got me. Got to pick those legs up a little bit more or break something out, have a plan out there. But, that was awesome. Really happy to, score on the next play and get Cobby in there. That was awesome.
Wes, go ahead.
AJ, there was a stretch there where you guys scored on 5 straight possessions, 3 of those touchdowns. Just what did it feel like to get into that kind of rhythm, and how did you sort of feel that kind of lent itself to getting to the start that you had in the second half?
Anytime like we're, hitting on all cylinders, this offense is really dangerous. I just accredit that to, obviously the game plan, things like that, but just we got great leaders on this team. So whether a play doesn't go our way from the jump and we're behind the sticks, I mean, you look around in the huddle or on the sideline, you got guys that are going to inspire you to, keep going. So, obviously you can score 5 times in a row. That's great. But, it's just so fun for me to just keep learning from all the guys that we have here. So many great leaders and, puts our offense in such a great position.
Rob Reichel, go ahead.
Hey, AJ, does a wet field, kind of a sloppy track, help you? Does that help your game?
I wouldn't say it really helps my game. I think it might make it harder for people to tackle me, my less in their game. But, I feel like I can play on any surface, any terrain, any whatever, and do the same thing. But, tonight I was just happy to go out.
Bill Huber, go ahead.
AJ, do you like where you guys are at on offense right now? It looks like you guys have one game thrown and you move the ball, running it really good tonight. Kind of can beat teams any which way, I guess is what I'm trying to spit out.
Yeah, like you kind of said, you look at our offense and we got playmakers all around the ball. And that's kind of what I was alluding to before. When you get out there in the huddle, it might be not the best situation, it might be 3rd and long or whatever, but you can like kind of look around and be like, we got 4 or 5 guys who can make this play in the huddle. And so I definitely like where we're at as offense. I feel like always room to improve. We're just, happy with the win and moving on to next week.
Wes Hagwitz.
AJ, you touched on Randall a little bit, but, for the first time being a teammate with him, I'm just wondering what your impressions are and what kind of, boost that he gave this offense tonight with some of the things he did on 3rd down.
Yeah. He's Packer legend, it'll be written in stone somewhere about Randall Cobb, and so, you got guys like that and, having them back. I remember there's a couple of times I've been like kind of shell shocked or like fanboyish. And obviously last year when I first met Aaron, 12. And then, when Cobby came in the off season, I was like, oh man, I didn't like talk to him for like the first 2 days, but I just wanted to go up and say hi. But that's just the spark he lit up in me. But, he goes out there and he's so knowledgeable. He's been doing this at a high level for such a long time. So, he can kind of just see things. And I don't always talk to him as much because he's in the receiver room, but every once in a while I see him going over and talking to Laz or talking to Amari and coaching him up. And, when you have a guy like that, a leader like that, everybody's constantly getting better. And, it just showed today, him balling out, him knowing exactly where to be in the right places. And that connection he has with 12 is pretty good.
Rob Reichel.
AJ, you guys are missing, Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, Zadarius, MVS doesn't play tonight. Jair goes down. Those are some big time guys. Just what does that say, I guess, in general about the depth right now, I guess, on this team that you guys are, still beating really good teams like Pittsburgh and that you're 3-1?
Yeah. Obviously you never want to see anybody go down. We never want to, you know, play without guys, key guys at that. So that's always tough, always a little bit of adversity, but, you know, that's a game. You know, that's football. And, you know, we hope everybody gets back healthy as soon as possible. But as far as depth, I mean, like I said, it just kind of shows that, you know, every day we're out there in practice, you know, over the training camp period and where we're at now in preseason, that iron is just keeps sharpening iron. You know, every day we're going against the defense, and we got guys who might not play in the game, but then when they get the opportunity, they go out and do show up. And so, you know, it's really cool. And like I said, I think it's all from the top down. So yeah, some of those guys might not be in or might not be playing, but it's not like David is just away. You know, he's here and he's coaching up the young guys. He's, you know, telling me, oh, I should have seen this, or I could have made a move here. And, you know, we're all taking that tutelage. So, you know, I think this is a team that really cares about one another, and we all have that mindset. We're going to go out there and lay it all on the line.
Bill Huber, go ahead.
You're kind of along those lines, AJ. How have you seen those old linemen grow? I mean, your 5 starters, they only had 1 starter from last year.
Yeah. Just so much. I mean, obviously credit a ton of what happened tonight as far as myself running the ball up to them. You know, the receivers too, there's some great blocks, big dog out there on the edge, but, you know, the O-line, I mean, last week the story was Yash, you know, stepping in, you know, handling the edge, you know, once again, doing it again. You got Royce, Josh, you got so many guys up there making plays. And I mean, kind of the same story, you know. I think we do a really good job. I think we have really great leaders. And I think we have, you know, great coaching staff just kind of, you know, preparing us for different situations. And it's not always perfect, you know, there's, you know, a missed block here, I missed a block. Like, it's not always perfect, but, you know, we are doing a really good job at responding and coming back and, you know, just playing football.